I've been very fortunate. I played with a lot of Latin bands. That's how I started off my music career. Right out of high school.
Okay.
Yeah. So I played with La Leticia, I played with La Union, I played with Willie Socombo, I played with, I played with Richie Ray and Bobby Cruz. It brings the beat into a fusion of electronic disco beat. That's
Okay.
what I describe our music. It's a very danceable beat.
Yes.
So if you're listening to
It's
my music,
danceable. It's sexy. It's sexy.
Yes.
It's got a little sexy
yeah,
to it, which I love.
I talk a lot about women in
Yeah.
my songs,
Yeah.
in relationships, because I've been through it, so that's what I share.
Haven't we all? You're watching Chic Innovator. Stay tuned for fascinating topics, fascinating people that have style and are innovative. You're watching Chic Innovator. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. Are you going to be still called Discoheads?
It's Discoheadslive, yes.
Discoheadslive, okay.
I am Discohead.
You are Discoheads, and you're live.
And
So
I'm
this
live.
is really good. I'm glad you're live. No, and I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much with you being here, Chic Innovator.
Thank
So
you.
excited. You and I have known each other for a long, long time.
Yes.
Yes.
We won't count the years.
We
though.
won't count the years, no. And it's fun for me because, we've seen each other grow in different ways and
That is correct.
have seen each other do different things. So I'm very happy for your success right now.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
you're writing and creating and producing these songs. I know you had a co-producer too that you were working with, right? And
Yes.
Yes.
Ugur is one of the amazing producers and also mix engineers. I work with him several songs, and I'm really blessed to have him on my side.
Yeah. And moving forward, though, you're going to be doing things a little bit differently. I know you're going to continue to produce songs and
Yes.
tell us a little bit about that. What are
Yes.
those plans?
Moving a little forward, we have some good opportunities with some different producers and mix engineers. So I'll be working with them. One is Carlos Villalobos, Grammy Award winner.
Oh, my goodness.
Producer,
Wow.
yes.
Yes.
I'm really excited to be working with him in the future.
Okay.
And some other producers that we have lined up. So I'm really excited about that.
I have to tell you, I was just in New York. I was at the United Nations. We do a big thing with We Are All Human, Hispanic Star. I go every year. Claudia,
Awesome.
Romo, Edelman put it together. But Emilio Estefan was there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
and so
yes.
we got to talk a little bit, and I took a very nice picture with him. Kindest, warmest person. And the one thing out of so many things that he said was that you've got to believe in yourself, in your
Yes.
sound. He told the story about when he went to Sony with Gloria Estefan at the beginning, and they wanted him to cut out the trumpets, to cut out the congas. And he was like, no, this is our sound. We believe in this. And this was the president of Sony telling him.
Yes.
And 7 years later, he became the president of Sony. So you got to believe in what you're doing, especially in the area of music. So tell me, because your sound is unique, it's different. I had the honor and privilege to MC when you launched your first song, or a couple of songs from the album.
It was actually 5 songs. we
Five
launched,
songs,
yes.
yeah, which was amazing. And
Thank you.
again, it's a disco EDM song. It's a mix. How would you describe it, and tell me what's motivated you to create that type of music?
Well, I described our songs as a soul, melody lines, R&B vibe that brings into us. It brings the beat into a fusion of electronic disco beat. That's
Okay.
what I describe our music. It's a very danceable beat.
Yes.
So if you're listening to
It's
my music,
danceable. It's sexy. It's sexy.
Yes.
It's got a little sexy
Yeah.
to it, which I love.
I I talk a lot about women in my songs,
Yeah.
in relationships, because I've been through it, so that's what I share.
Haven't we all? I don't write songs about them. I'm glad you got an outlet to do that. But no, that's wonderful, though. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So
Yes.
that's part of kind of the stories you're able to share them through music?
Yes. My songs are basically, sharing the story, but also bringing influence of celebration in my songs.
Okay.
I want to, and story brings that through. I think it's very important for us to celebrate each day.
Yes,
our life.
100%.
So
yes.
that's what I shared through my songs.
Yes, no, and people feel like celebrating. I forgot where I was, birthday party or someplace I showed up, and you were there.
It was actually my birthday party.
It was your birthday party. Oh my God!
She forgot
so
already.
We were celebrating. It's a couple of different birthdays I go to, but I always try to support my friends. I go to a lot of birthday parties because I do think it's important for us to celebrate each other and kind of the beginning of the new year. And it was so fun because you got up there, the place was packed, and you got it even more celebratory by getting up there and singing one of your songs, which is amazing. It was so much fun.
I'm so excited at what's going on with Disco Heads, because everywhere we perform original songs, but people react like they know the songs.
Yes.
And they begin to sing the hook of the song. And I'm going like, wait, these people never listen to the song.
Yes.
So
it happened at Runway Latinx.
Yes.
At our event.
Yes.
I was watching the audience, as I do, and I loved it because people were like vibing with it right away and singing. Like you sang it one time, the chorus, and then they got it. They were in it.
Right.
Totally in it, which
Very
I loved
catchy
it.
tunes.
Yes, catchy tunes. And I got to tell you, because you have these moves. I saw you up there moving. I'm like, this guy's moving, like you were dancing, like you go into another, is it the music or, how much do you practice your performance?
I don't.
Okay.
I go by the vibe of the music and the people.
I love that.
And the energy I receive, it's what I put out.
Yeah. Well, you were getting a lot of energy at Runway Latinx, man. He was moving. I was like, this was really, really great to see that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I do want to go back a little bit, though.
Okay.
And you were born and raised Chicago?
That's correct.
Okay.
Chicago based.
Okay. Originally, your family's from Puerto Rico, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm 100% Puerto Rican.
Yes, yes, yes. And do you think part of that vibe comes in? What has led you to be where you're at now in life, I guess?
Oh gosh, I always was and still am a dreamer. And I remember standing in front of the TV and watching segments of different bands performing, and I was influenced by them and said, one day I am going to be performing the same way, and I'm going to be touring. And you know what? I have.
How old were you when when you were
6 years old.
envisioning? See? Yes. When
6
you're
years.
young, you know.
Yes.
It's your instinct.
Yes.
And you feel, because this is what I try to tell people, is that when you feel happy is when you know that you're doing the right thing in your life.
That is correct.
Yeah, and you're in that place now.
Oh, yes.
Because I've seen you perform. I love that.
Thank you. I
That.
appreciate that. It's a life where I won't change. I pulled away from it, been in the corporate world,
Yes.
but I wasn't happy, miserable. And I came back, and I am happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you figure that out? Because not everybody has a straight line to what they want. Some people do, but the majority of us, I think, don't. Right? How did you figure that out? Was it prayer, meditation, writing, reading, observing? Curious about that.
All above.
Okay.
Really, all above. I'm a person who really focuses on prayer, meditation in the morning. I have my go book. I thought I'd bring along.
Okay.
I write down each day what I'm grateful for. What is my short-term goal? What's my long-term goal? And what's going to make me great today? And then also my affirmations. And this is something I practice. And by doing that, I have discovered what I want to do. And discovering what I want to do, I found ways to implement that. And as I implemented, it became into existence.
And I'm curious about that because you and I have had that discussion, right?
Yes.
We're everywhere. We're like really busy. We're always going. We're always doing things. And I've shared with you that I take time in the morning and before I go to bed, usually to meditate a little bit, gratefulness and all that other thing. But, you know, the answers are not always there right away.
100%.
Yeah. Well, they're there, I think, but we don't normally pick them up as easily as we want.
I agree with you because our mind is so overwhelmed with what we need to do about the future that we forget about the present. Yeah.
And so being in the present, I think is such a huge thing.
100%.
And I think it's such a huge lesson for everybody, you know, who's listening, that you take the time to do that.
Yes.
Even though we're both living really fast-paced lives.
100%.
Right? I know, and one of the things, I don't know if it happens to you, but it happens to me, that when I'm in the right zone and doing so many things, everything slows down.
Yes.
You know, it's like you're moving, everything is moving in slow motion and you're just moving forward on it. And then you're able to manage it so much better. And I do believe that it does come from taking that time, you know, to really focus on the now and the direction that you want to take it, and then things just flow.
Yes.
Yeah,
one of the things that really helps me accepting what it is. We can't control everything, but we can change things to become better for us in the moment, and that's my philosophy, and that makes things easier for me to adapt in the situation. Yeah.
And because I've seen a big growth in you,
Thank you.
in the recent couple of years, you know, and I don't know about you too, but I love it that we're friends, and I think that when you're in that zone, then you attract similar people.
100%.
Right? And then we all kind of help each other. It's just
Yes.
a natural thing that we're all there kind of to support. You're surrounded by these people who may not have exactly the vision that you want, but will be there to support you in the way you need.
100%.
Yeah.
I always say to people I talk to is how you think is what you going to put out and create and attract. So if you think negatively in your music, in your art, and everything else, that's what you're going to attract. But if you think positive and the good energy and celebration, that's what you're going to attract.
Yeah, I love it. I love it because I see you attracting that.
Thank
and I
you.
hope I'm part of that.
Oh, you are,
'Cause
100%.
we're here to support and
Thank you.
And to cheer you on too, because I'm so excited about what I know is coming down the pipeline.
Yes.
So you've got the new music. Tell us a little bit about what's coming down the pipeline and the music and everything.
I'm so excited because I've been working very hard. Actually, I got a home studio and I've been pounding songs out. And we got a song starting out in January, February, March, April. One song a month.
Oh, wow. One
Yeah.
song a month?
Yes.
A month?
Yes. We did that last year.
That's incredible.
We did it for 7 months.
Okay.
And now we're going another 7 months coming up this year again.
So I'm curious because I know you talked about you're going to be working with different producers, whatever. Will you be doing any collaborations? I know that's like a big thing now, collaboration. I'm just curious.
Yes. I'm actually I've been approached about doing a rock disco song, singing on it by some artists, and I said, you know what, I'm in. Let me know. So there's some collaborations in the back burner right now.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that.
I'm excited about that too.
Oh, also some house tunes too. They want me to sing some house tunes. So
okay.
Hey, you might hear me out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, house, I mean, we had the anniversaries and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's so big again. You know,
Yes.
it's never left, but it's
Oh.
back on the radar in a big way, right?
That is correct.
So, yeah, which
Yeah.
is great.
Yes.
That's going to be amazing. So
I am looking forward to it.
So how do you? Because if I'm just curious. So you have your studio at home.
Yes.
How do you separate, you know, home from work? Like how do you find that? Because that's really important, I think, to do as well. So, or maybe you don't think it is.
No, I'm a moment person. So what I'm getting into that moment, it becomes my center,
Okay.
and I focus on that, and I get lost. There's some times I'm at home recording a song, working on a song, and it goes like 12 hours, and the sun rises, and I go, oh crap, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
So, because I'm in the zone. And there are times I'm not recording and I'm doing other things and working at home and taking care of what I have to take care of. I'm in the zone. So I'm a zone person.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of laughing about this, but I'm sure you would find it relatable. They were asking Benny Blanco how he comes up with these songs and these arrangements and everything else. And he, I guess, gets in the zone and he says, so sometimes I wake up with crumbs all over me because I've been working like all night long. And
God.
I'm envisioning you kind of, you know, I don't know if it's crumbs, but whatever. Yeah.
Bottles of water.
Bottles of water. Okay. Around you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you get in the zone and then that's
correct.
Yeah.
That's
and
correct.
then just so that I can understand the process, and I don't know if I've ever told you, my dad was a lot of things, but one of the things he did is he used to compose songs.
Oh, wow. No,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So my dad's passed away, may he rest in peace, and a lot of what I do now is to honor him.
Yes.
You know, so tailor turned designer, but he used to compose songs, and he had a couple of hits in Latin
Wow.
America, which we, for a long time, got the residuals from. But he also used to produce. And so I was a little kid, and he'd take me with him, and we'd have, like, Los Bukis, Los Huracanes, which are big, still big bands or whatever. They'd come in, and they'd call him El Maestro, right?
Wow, yes.
And that was at the time, though, when, you know, you'd walk in, and now you have small equipment, but the studios, you know, they'd have these monster equipments and everything.
Yes.
But he had this thing where he said, I feel this calling to help these individuals because he felt the sounds. It's like a feeling, a vibration of sounds.
100%.
Do you feel that? Tell us a little bit about that. And you know, is it vibrations? Is it an emotional thing? You know, what is it that you go through to feel, okay, this is the song, this is the way it should be? Is it a logical thing? Is it an emotional thing? Is it a vibrational thing?
For me, it's not logical.
Okay.
That's the technical part. For me, it's more of a vibration, emotion. If it's causing me to react a certain way, celebration or happy, want me to dance or other things, that's when I know I hit my emotions, and I know I got something, and I stick to that, and I don't touch it because it's been birthed.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. So Harry, you're Latino, Puerto
Yes.
Riqueño.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about, from the music perspective, what you've done in the Latino music arena.
Well, I've been very fortunate. I played with a lot of Latin bands. That's how I started off my music career. Right out of high school.
Okay.
Yeah, so I played with La Leticia, I played with La Union, I played with Willie Sucombo, I played with, I played with Richie Ray and Bobby Cruz.
When you say I play, what were you doing?
I was playing trumpet
Okay.
back then. That's my first instrument I started off with.
You're first, so
Yes.
then that means there's more.
Yes,
Like
then
later.
from trumpet I went to percussion, and then from percussion I went to piano.
And
Yeah.
this was self-taught, or did you take
I learned
lessons?
piano
or-
when I went to college.
Oh, okay.
Yes, late
okay.
start on piano.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's tough to learn piano later.
You know what? It was very natural for me.
Okay.
I just as soon as I hit those fingers on the keyboard, something happened.
People tell me I have piano fingers, but I don't. I really don't. I can make it look good, but that's about the extent of it. So good for you.
Well, yes.
Yeah, so that's a lot of instruments.
Yes, and if you notice, if you listen to my songs have a dance, R&B, disco vibe, but also in the background it has a little Latin flavor, which
Yeah.
I can't leave.
Yeah, and that comes from your background and
That
from
is
working
correct.
with all these different groups.
That's correct.
Wow, so you did that, and was that did you pick the groups? Did groups pick you? How does that work? I'm
Well, the
always
groups
curious.
picked me. They after my first band was La Leticia, and from there on, people just like knew me, and they started hiring me for different groups.
So you get the call.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
And I remember I was at a rehearsal one time, and all of a sudden the guy walks in, the manager of the band. He goes, "Hey, Richie Ray and Bobby Cruz are in town. And if you guys don't know that, you guys can look them up. They're amazing
Yes.
artists. They retire right now, but I was a little kid. I mean, I was just like really out of high school, and they said they want you to play trumpet for them." And I said, me?
So they knew about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and all of a sudden the door opens and Richie Ray and Bobby Cruz walks in.
Wow.
And oh my God.
Were you nervous?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really nervous. And they said, hey, in Spanish, ¿cómo está? And saying, well, bien, bien. And we start talking and, okay, you guys are ready to rehearse? I said, okay. It's like back to back. And they had the charts and we did it. We did it. And the concert was the following day.
Oh my goodness, just like that.
Just like that.
One of the things that I think is important for people to know is you've got to be there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You've got to be different places. If you're interested in music,
yes.
If you're interested in the arts or whatever, you've got to be there.
Yes.
Because the moment may just happen, like you just said.
Yes.
How did you know where to be, though?
You know what? You have to be. That's a good question. I'm the kind of person, I'm really innovating, and I'm also like to engage in other events, in rehearsals, just watching different shows. That's where the opportunities are, getting out there.
Yeah.
And when you get out there, something does happen. Mm-hmm. Networking is really important. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I'm a network person, so I'm out there networking in the music scene constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connecting. Because, again, it's not a straight line, right?
No,
you might meet somebody, or they'll hear you play, and then
yes.
they'll talk to somebody else, and because you're right there,
yes.
If somebody else might have been there, you might not have gotten that chance. So you have to be out. I know my mom's always said to me, I love home. People see me out a lot, but I actually love home.
Yes.
I love my home being comfortable and everything. But my mom's always said to me, en la casa no vas a hacer nada. Like,
right.
you got to get out. Mm-hmm. In your house, it's not going to come to you all the time. You got to get out. And then once you're out and make those connections and
yes.
put some of that energy, then you can go home, and then maybe you'll get the call, right?
Yes.
But you've got to do both.
You
need to get out there too.
And it's funny that you say you're a homebody. I'm also a homebody
too. Yeah, I know, because people see us and they probably are like, these people are never home, but home is where my peace is,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, and it's very important to me. But I also understand, when I'm out, like if I go to something, I'll probably do what the connections I'll make, or the lives that I'll touch will be what people do in a month.
Yes.
So I know I got to get out there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. It's really important to get out there. You have to network.
Yes.
If you want something, you have to work for it. Mm-hmm. You have to make yourself present. Mm-hmm. And when you make yourself present and you make your noise, mm-hmm. people listen mm-hmm. to your noise, mm-hmm. and people search you out.
And people have to know you want it too.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if they think you don't want it, they'll be like, okay, somebody else will.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I always say that one of the things I tell young people is, if you're going to go out there and present yourself, make sure you have a product. Either is yourself or something to present. Because when you talk to people, the opportunity can lead you into success. Mm-hmm. In that moment.
Mm-hmm. And success, I think, may not look exactly how you want it to look,
right.
but it may look so much better, right?
Yes.
And may end up coming in
yes.
so much. So be open to that
yes.
as well.
Success is a step.
Yeah.
Each day is a step.
Each day is a step.
Yeah.
So tell me one big lesson, if anything, what might be a little bit different, or that you learned from playing with the Latin bands, like. There's something unique there.
Yes, I learned rhythm.
Ah.
A clave. There's a clave in Latin music. And when you get that clave, you feel that beat,
Yeah.
And that's what I learned, is the clave. Mm. A clave is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's where it lays out. That's where everything comes from.
I want to get up and dance here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, and that's something unique to
yes.
that music. And then you carry that in your soul.
Yes.
I could tell.
And I also learned relationship, because usually the band was like 12 to 15 guys.
Wow.
So you really have to be kind and know how to adapt. Yeah.
Yeah, because they stay together for years. Like,
Yes.
how did they? That's a tough thing to do.
It becomes a family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have your little arguments and all that, but you still love each other and you still want to hang out with each other.
Yeah. And you take care of each other.
Yeah, take care of each
right?
other, 100%.
Yeah. That's a big lesson to learn because some people can't do that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I
some
agree with
people
you.
can't work in groups. I'm always curious because of those large groups, especially.
Yeah.
Like, does the same person always lead, or do you get different leaders at different times?
There's always one conductor.
Okay,
Yeah, and he's the one you have to listen to, and
and that's the way it works best.
that's the way it works best.
Yeah.
You
And
can't
that's
have
a-
too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah. No, yeah, because otherwise you don't get anything done, right?
That's correct.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, thank you for that, though. That's,
Well,
could you do that again? Dun, 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 dun. Clave.
okay, clave contigo aquí. Harry Garcia. That's in the Spanish version. Ready? Aquí está la mía. I won't sing to it.
Harry, that's great. I love it. Yeah, and I can hear a little bit of that. You got that again. That's what makes the music you're making unique because you still feel a little bit of that vibe in there.
Yes, yes, yes. I love that clave. Without that clave, you got no rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that applies to every music. R&B has the clave. You know, pop music has its clave. Every genre of music has a clave.
I just learned something.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I could feel it. I didn't even know it. Oh, that's really great. Well, Harry, tell us a little bit more because I'm wondering. We do fashion, right? So that's kind of what I'm into, and I know that you're also working with a couple of designers now for looks, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that part.
Well, I'm actually really excited about that. I'm working with different designer right now that's going to be designing some of my clothing for disco heads.
Can you tell us who the designers are?
Fabric Da Vinci.
Okay, all right.
Fabric Da Vinci's be designing my clothes. He's an amazing individual. He has his own factory out in Japan, a 4-story factory out there. And he flew in from Japan and he just took some measurements and set me up for that.
So you may be using his for the different concerts and venues and things like that.
Yeah, different concerts and venues.
Okay.
That's correct.
That is great. Did you have any input on the designs? I'm curious.
Yes, I do.
Okay. I know I would. So
I'm kind of a fashionista too.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
really focused on fashion. So yes, I do. I have a certain style that I'm looking for, more of a kind of flare, bell-bottom kind of thing with really cool shirts and also some tight gear up here where people can see my muscles a little bit.
Yeah, good for you. Well, I mean, you're in shape.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so you want to show it off a little bit. Why
Yes.
not? I love that. I mean, I would definitely have input, so you should you have to. It's your look, it's your style.
That's
and so
correct.
you're creating a look and a style then.
Yes.
Well, we want to highlight you definitely on Runway Latinx once you get the look. We have to.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
we'll have to
appreciate
do
that.
that. That'll be great.
I
love
appreciate that. Yeah, and it's all going to be, this merchandise is also going to be posted on my website, discoheadslive.com.
Okay.
So people who are interested in this kind of fashion, they can purchase it too.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Are we going to have like hair HG inside or what?
Yeah, we're discussing that
Right?
right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, he hadn't even told me about any of this, and I just knew.
Yes.
I keep up.
It has to be my signature in there, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, at least HD or something. You need something.
Yes.
That's fantastic, though. No, and that's so exciting because all of it is creative.
Yes.
Yeah, all of it is creative.
Yes.
So curious. Have you thought, like, down the road, like 3 years from now or something like that? Do you have a little bit of a vision for that you can share with us?
Gosh, oh my God. I'll spill the beans for you.
Okay.
My goal, I write down each day, is to win 5 Grammys.
Okay.
So that is one of the things I want to focus on. And I am
Emilio,
focusing.
are you listening to this?
Actually, I want to come back a little bit, if you don't mind, about Emilio.
Yeah.
I actually ran into him in Miami.
Okay.
I was driving, and he was and we both were running into, I mean, not running into each other, but crossing each other. And he looks at me and he points at me, and I point at him. I go, Emilio, and he goes, I know you. He didn't know me, but I found out that I represent somebody he knows me.
Oh my gosh.
So
he is the kindest person,
Yeah.
most generous.
Yes.
He's working on a project, huge project that'll come. I can't talk about it, but that will be very positive for the Latino community. I'll say that. And it was part of the discussion at the United Nations that we had, and with kind of the group, and so very exciting stuff. He just doesn't stop, and that's why I'm saying Emilio.
Hey Emilio, let's hit me up again. But going back to your question again, regarding what's coming up, yes, my goal is to win some Grammys. I'm actually working on some things right now to be able to enter into the Grammys.
Oh, okay.
Which I can't share too much, but I'm really
Yeah.
excited about it.
Yeah.
So guys, please support me.
Because it's a lot of work.
It's a
People don't
lot
know.
of work.
Yeah.
I put in 8 hours a day for
Yeah.
Discoheadslive.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of work. So guys, please support my streaming and help me out. That way you can see me in the Grammys.
Where do they follow you though?
They follow me under I am Harry G and also Discoheadslive. Please join me on Instagram. Also, you can join me on my website, discoheadslive.com.
Are you on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook too. You can find me on Facebook under Discoheadslive.
Okay, great. Yeah, because we definitely want people to follow you.
Yes.
What about a message? We work with a lot of young people, pivoting in heels, as you know. We focus
Yes.
very much on young women and women in general to empower. And I know that the world of arts, performing, creative, is not gender specific, which is wonderful. But if you were to send a message, though, out there and, to motivate young people, what would that be?
Stay true to yourself. You will always hear different voices and different opinions about what people want you to do and what they think about you. But inside, in your heart, in your mind, your soul, you know what to do. Once you pull back and listen to that inner voice, follow that direction of your inner voice. That's what I gotta say.
I love it. Well, we will definitely adhere to that. I'm going to keep following my voice, and we're going to keep following your voice with
Well,
Disco
thank
Heads
you.
Live.
Yes.
We love your music, and
Thank you.
And thank you for doing what you're doing, because it is music that gets you excited, makes you feel happy, it motivates you. And with the stories that you've got and the vision that you've got, I know you're going to keep doing great things.
Yes, it's in every streaming platform. So if you guys, out there, make sure you hit every streaming platform that you have and download my song and dance the night away.
I have to ask, though, is there a fave song?
Man, that's a good question.
Yeah. At the moment, I'm sure, things change. But
I believe one of my recent song that I really enjoy is Dance Dance.
Dance Dance.
Yeah, which I sung at Latinx.
Yes, which is a great song.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, last question.
Yes.
But is there a song that brings back some memories?
Woo! Come on now.
Which one? Just give us one.
Dancing with Someone Else.
Dance. Dancing with someone else.
Ah, okay.
Dancing with Someone Else talks about a relationship that actually dissipated.
Okay.
And the girl is obsessed with me, and she keeps calling me and reaching out and going, hey, I'm dancing with someone else.
Ah,
I'm with someone else.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're lost, baby. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But anyway, I love that's great. Now we know. I'm going to go and listen to that song. All right, Harry, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching Chic Innovator. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free.